Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of ExcaliburCCGTV. We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. You can always find out what's going on with us at our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. I am Chris, my co-hosts Randy and Buzz have joined me this week. We are going to talk, like we do every week, about the great comics hitting the shelf for February 4th. We don't talk about the great comics hitting the shelf for February 4th every week, but we are doing it for this week because it would be February 4th. So there we go. Always that disclaimer.
So it's a short video because there are no good comics coming out next week.
And we'll see you later. We're out. Before we dive into the awesome stuff that we're going to be covering, we do have two quick announcements. First up, Louisiana Comic-Con. One-day event, February 21st. Be there. If you're not there, you're just not cool.
Apparently so.
I'm making it so.
You're making it so.
Yes.
Make it so.
It's so number one. And also, we have an announcement about an exclusive deal.
We now, Excalibur Comics in Shreveport, Louisiana, is the exclusive Sideshow collectible dealer. So if you were looking for some sort of hot toy, Sideshow collectible, whatever it is, hopefully we will be the person carrying it. We will be on the waiting list now for those things because there are waiting lists for those. Yeah,
Crazy.
They are that popular and insane, and very shortly you should see some very cool collectibles that we'll have in the store.
Yes, yes.
You were checking those out.
I had a sneak peek. They were very, very nice. Very nice. So, there we go. Louisiana Comic-Con, and we are your Sideshow collectible dealer for the area.
And I think that's a great way of mentioning that we do layaway.
Tell them, yes, layaway,
layaway.
Pull list. Yes, and yeah, that's a great way.
Just if you're looking at those Sideshow collectibles going, oh, I wish I could, but I didn't. Layaway.
Layaway indeed. Yes,
we have a little percentage that you have to pay off first to make sure that you get this puppy started, but from there, just make regular payments.
Very cool. Very cool. Moving on to our storylines that we have to cover. Buzz is going to start us off first with some DC variants that are hitting the shelf this week.
Action Comics, number 39. Detective Comics, number 39. Green Lantern, number 39. And Grayson, number 7, will all be Harley Quinn variant covers. And Superman, number 38, is lagging behind. As you notice, it's one number behind most of the other ones there. It will be the Flash 75th anniversary still. So.
It's the Flash cover, though. Shouldn't it be the fastest, the quickest one out?
It should have been out a long time ago.
Well, it beat Superman in the race. So Superman's lagging behind.
There we go.
There we
that
go.
makes sense.
There we go. Folks, we have a new storyline starting with Marvel Comics this week, the Black Vortex. The Guardians of the Galaxy and X-Men Black Vortex Alpha #1 hits this week. That was a mouthful. We got Sam Humphries writing, Ed McGuinness on art. We're taking a look at the X-Men and the Guardians of the Galaxy teaming up against an ancient artifact with immeasurable power against a villain known as Mr. Knife.
And you know who that is?
I do not know who that is.
Jason of Spartex.
What?
Peter Quill's dethroned father. That's been revealed like 2 months ago or something.
Oh, that was okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so there we go.
That is Mr. Knife. He's not so mysterious, but he's there.
He's been set up now as a major villain, and this will be going on in the two comic series for the next several issues. We have this Alpha issue, then it launches into the Guardians of the Galaxy series and the X-Men series. So there we go. We're going to be looking at all that for 3 months. So there we go. Have fun with the Black Vortex.
Yeah, little lanyard for you guys. Dishing it out here. We have Spawn number 250 coming out. This is the big issue where Al Simmons returns. I'm glad I said Simmons because I was trying to remember that last name again. I want to say Al Roker. Al Simmons returns, and I think you're going to have multiple former artists on board, either as the contributors or as the cover contributors. I don't know, but It's all there. Big book there. This is one of the few books that's out there that's in the 200s anymore.
It's unbelievable, and it's an independent comic.
Yep.
Anyway, don't get me started on that. That's it for our new storylines that we're covering.
Events, everything else.
Let's dive into some new #1s, and I'm going to lead it off.
Do it.
With Image Comics, Nameless #1, the same creative team that was on Batman and Robin before the changes. Grant Morrison and Chris Burnham are now teaming up to do their own creator-owned series at Image Comics, Nameless. This is Grant Morrison doing Ultimate Horror. This solicitation for this, I could go on and on about it. It's this, and it all melds together somehow. But just the gist of it is, this is a horror book by Grant Morrison that is hitting this week, and I'm going to be checking it out. So you guys should check it out as well. I'm not going to go on any further. Go ahead.
Cool. Oh, I'm just bringing this up a little bit so I can look at you and look at this, because otherwise I'm going to be reading like this. We have from Image Comics, Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses #1. This is the next little mini-series in this Stray Bullets. David Lapham, he's back with the new stories about violence, love, and really bad decisions in the Baltimore underworld. You have Orson and his wild, crazy girl, Beth, who've cooked up this crazy scheme to steal lots of drugs and money from Harry and his goons, Spanish Scott and Monster.
Spanish Scott. I love that.
And Monster.
It's like saying Bald Buzz.
I see hair.
There's a little fuzz up there.
Can't see it in the light.
It looks like this right here on it. Awesome. Buzz,
Upward and onward.
what's up? What's coming out for you, bro?
Dark Horse has 2 miniseries starting up this week. Goon, Once Upon a Hard Time. It is coming right after Occasions of Revenge, which ended a couple of months ago, and Goon's town's just in chaos right now, and the Guild of Witches they're set to take over, and this series looks a lot darker than what we've seen with Goon before, and a little bit more serious maybe. I guess as long as what's Squirt's name in the book? Frankie. Yeah, as long as Frankie's in the book, I'm sure there'll be some humor in it.
Yeah.
But this one does look a little bit darker. But speaking of dark, Rat God #1 also comes out. It's a horror book coming out. Richard Corbin's doing it. Don't know much about it, but looks scary.
Corbin, king of horror, awesome art.
Yeah. What's next for you, Randy?
We've got Cluster #1 coming out from Boom Studios. This is Ed Brisson, and the premise behind this is that in the distant future, criminals can serve as soldiers on the front lines in the ever-expanding civilization frontier instead of incarceration. The problem with that is that because of the need for these criminals or these soldiers, small-time crimes are given long-term punishments.
Yeah.
And all that kind of comes to a head when some soldiers, they aren't too happy about being abandoned on a war-torn planet and having to band together to do something about this. So, looks good, nice premise.
That's an interesting premise. I'm really looking forward to that. Next up for me, one that caught my attention is Postal #1 from Image Comics. Brian Edward Hill and Isaac Godhart. This is a story about a town who has its first murder in over 25 years. There's something very special about this town, and now with this murder having happened, the FBI may have their foothold and be able to get into the town like they've been trying to do for 25 years to find out what's really going on there. So I'm really intrigued by the premise. I'm definitely going to be checking it out. So I love this kind of stuff. Just is right up my wheelhouse. So I'm on that.
Yeah.
Also, some quick mentions real quick. We got Returning the Living Deadpool. That's coming this week. We got Deadpool coming back. Maybe there's a cure of sorts to the horrible outbreak of the zombie plague that's going on. That's changed Deadpool. A few other honorable mentions real quick. All new Captain America Fear Him #1. I believe a 4-issue miniseries that's hitting. Starting this week.
I think it's a weekly series. I think it is.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I could be wrong, but I think that may be the case.
Lady Death Apocalypse. For all you Lady Death fans, she has a new series that starts this week, written by Mike Wolfer.
Supersize.
Supersized first issue to kick it off with. Continuing King Comics return at Dynamite Comics. Jungle Jim #1 hits this week. He is the forest. He is the forest.
He is the master of the playground.
And last up, Legendary Vampirella from Dynamite. That hits this week. This is a return to the universe that Bill Willingham, the creator of Fables, did with Dynamite, with the legendary steampunk, steam pulp world. But we get to take a look at Vampirella in this setting. So those are some mentions real quick of other things that will be hitting the shelf Brand new series for you to check out and dive into.
Yes.
That's it for the new number ones, guys. We're going to be doing the question of the week a little bit different this week in the fact that it's all on you.
Yeah.
And I'll explain that in just a moment. If you've been buried under a rock, then you've missed out on the new Fantastic Four teaser trailer that was released this week. There has been all kinds of things going on with this movie, a lot of controversy, but what we want to know is this. What is your reaction to the Fantastic Four teaser trailer that hit this week? We want to know in the comments below, do you like it? Do you find it interesting? Do you hate it? Do you hate everybody? Do you hate the world in general, life in general? Did this set off a bomb? And what do you think about this teaser trailer that hit this week?
Well, I'll tell you. No, we aren't going to tell you. I'll tell you what I think in the comments. That's what I'll do. Also, I'm just a little curious if you guys have seen the news this week. I want to know what you think about what Mark Waid and a lot of people have been pushing this week with Push It Forward, or Push Comics Forward.
I have not had a chance to read that yet.
So I want to read up on it, and maybe we can find a link to something with that and post it there. So a little sub question here. What do you think about Push Comics Forward?
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. So you tell us down below. We're going to save our opinions for now. We may reveal what our opinions are next week. We'll see. We haven't decided yet. We're going to have a little fun with it. Moving on to our favorites. This is the part of the show where we get to tell you about our favorite comics hitting the shelf this week. What will be first that we read, but real quick, we're going to mention what our favorite was from last week. Buzz, what was your single favorite from last week?
Lady Hammer Pants number 4.
I did not. I was like, what?
I missed it totally.
That's Thor number 4. Spider-Man gave her the new name, Lady Hammer Pants.
That's right.
That's what it was.
And,
Tell me
that was so funny that I just had to. That's what I'm going to refer to that book from here on out.
Lady Hammer Pants.
Yeah. Thor and Lady Hammer Pants had a fight in this one, and Thor kind of finally came to grips that he doesn't have his hammer anymore, and this new unknown woman is the new bearer of the Mjolnir.
Yeah.
And Thor asks her, "Are you my mother?" And she kisses him, and we're hoping that's not his mother now. But, no, at the end of the book, his mother returns from being
Frozen.
Yeah, frozen, and
They had to let it go.
Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed that book. I hope I didn't steal Randy's pick of the week.
Cool.
My pick of the week was Thor number 4. and that was just a very good book. They handled it very well with Thor dealing with, or coming to terms with, not being the person, the wielder of the hammer.
They showed him get his new arm.
New arm, but yeah, they handled it so perfectly with how he explained it. And so if anybody's still griping, there's a giant, great big, in my pocket, F you, because they are handling it perfectly. And apparently if you read through the whole series of God of Thunder, you should have a pretty good idea who the female Thor is now. A very good idea of somebody that was a very prevalent female character in the last series that is not Jane Foster, that initials are RS, that is probably going to be okay, but yeah, moving on.
My favorite from last week, The Dying and the Dead #1.
Yeah,
Jonathan Hickman, Ryan Bodenheim. There's so much more going on, but with this first issue, we get a glimpse of what the story is at this point, and it is an older retired war hero.
Yeah.
That is trying to save his wife's life, dying from cancer. There's so much more to it all, but that's the gist of it so far.
The main thing to understand about this guy is he is not just a man of action, but he's a man of his word.
Exactly.
And so that is a unique part of his character.
Very, very unique. And yes. And the art was beautiful. It was awesome, like double-sized first issue. I love that. You should check out Dying of the Dead #1. Be on board for some awesome Hickman, Bodenheim goodness.
You just look like you were telling someone to steal a vase there.
I know, see,
with all this. Go for it. He just went through all this stuff there. I'm like, is this code for someone that's watching? Hey, baby, I love you.
It's okay.
I'll be home later on tonight.
It's okay. Epsilon 32 knows what I'm talking about. Moving on to our favorites that are coming out this week. Buzz, what are you looking forward to for this week?
Ant-Man number 2.
Ant-Man number 2.
Yep. Ant-Man's starting a new life. Bold new adventure.
Good.
You know what that means. He needs to borrow some money. And also, an old enemy returns. Kind of. Sort of.
Okay. Very
It's
cool.
Ultron.
I'm looking forward to it because I like the first issue and I like the artist as well. So, Randy, what's up for you for this week?
I've got Star Wars number 2 coming out here. In this one, it looks like it's Luke versus Darth Vader for the first time ever. Also, we see that Han, Leia, and everyone else seem to be trapped, and the whole plan that they had to take it to the Empire is slowly falling apart there.
Okay.
So, fantastic first read.
I had no intention of reading that book, and I did, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised because that's 2 Jason Aaron books for Randy in this show.
Oh, holy crap! And that's what I said about Star Wars. If it did not have his name on it, I would not have believed that he wrote that.
So just Chewbacca is a sniper. Come on,
dude! And Chewbacca
sniping Darth Vader.
Kick-ass with that.
He's
awesome.
like,
first shot didn't take it. Let me just keep going here.
I'm not going to give up. Throwing stormtroopers.
That's awesome. And that was so good. And we gotta yes. But first for Randy here, 2 Jason Aaron books in one episode.
Where's my Brian Wood?
Well, no, seriously. Next up for me, Ghost Fleet number 4. I am totally digging this series. In this issue, we get to see that Trace has somebody after him now. Trace is the guy that has went in and busted up the headquarters of the Ghost Fleet, and we get to see. In this issue, Truckosaurus versus the Destroy Ladon.
Destroy Ladon.
I know, I love that tagline there.
Is this Transformers?
There won't be Transformers, but it is big trucks. So I've been enjoying. There's more to it than that, but it's really good. So check it out if you haven't already. Buzz, what's next for you, bro?
Hulk number 11. Yeah, Omega Hulk has officially bought a ticket to hell. Officially. Hell!
Is he going to get Doom's mother?
Doom's?
Wasn't it Dr. Doom that had to go to hell to get his mother? Yeah, that was way back in the day.
Did Ringo?
He went with no, this is back before then.
Before that?
Yeah, he went with like Doctor Strange or something, wasn't it?
Interesting.
There was something.
I don't know that.
P.T. Steelers is an long time reader. He
P.T. will know, huh?
Yeah.
Science runs amok. Mistakes will be made. No happy ending here. Randy, up to you.
Back to you.
Back to you, man.
Oh, we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back. Miss Marvel number 11 is coming out here. We're almost a year into this story. Miss Marvel is needing to find the inventor before he does tons of havoc on Jersey City. Also, we're going to take a look at just how far Kamala can go before she starts having way too much conflict between the superhero life and her home life. Can she balance it? It doesn't look like it so far. We'll see.
Very cool. Last up for me, I think I'm going to go with Lady Killer number 2.
Yeah.
Because I liked Lady Killer number 1, written and drawn by Joel Jones.
Josie. No, Joel Jones.
Joel
is
Jones.
What it is.
Beautiful art. I love the premise of the whole, Betty Draper from Mad Men meets Dexter or Hannibal Lecter. But this first issue was a great jumping on point. I mean, it was a great story to kick it off with. And I'm really digging how this lady has the perfect home life, but she's an assassin on the side. So I gotta see what more of this develops into, because the first issue was really, really interesting to me. So there we go.
Yeah, just a reminder, guys. These are our few. Just a smattering of our favorites there. Quick mention, Saga number 25 is back and will be coming out.
Exactly.
The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl number 2 for me. Excited. And,
3 Joshua Williamson's books that I didn't mention.
I know, seriously.
Including, what's the big one?
Birthright, Nailbiter, RoboCop.
Yeah.
Was there another one?
That was it, right?
No, Birthright number 5 is
yeah.
coming out. What else is the other big one that you're excited for?
Velvet number 9 hits, and so does Witches number 4. So
Which is
those-
number 4, the Names, number 6. I mean, tons of good books.
Tons.
We just picked a few to spotlight for you guys.
Exactly. So there you go, folks. There are a ton of things for you to be checking out, reading, telling us below. Do not forget the question of the week, the 2-part question of the week. We want to know your reaction to the Fantastic Four teaser trailer that hit this past week, and what Randy mentioned. We want to know what you think about
Push Comics Forward.
Push Comics Forward. I've seen it, but I haven't got to read it yet. But I'll put a link for
Looks
both
like there
down
are
below.
multiple levels to it. It's not just one thing that they're talking about, but it's being progressive with your comics.
Very cool. Very cool. Also, guys, just a little quick side. We are about to begin our 3rd year of shooting this show. And there are going to be some changes that take place starting next week with our next episode.
Yeah.
And on that note, we do want to say thanks, and it's been fun, to Buzz, who's joined us for the past several months here on the show as a fill-in and then coming on as a regular. But Buzz is not gone completely.
That's right. However,
Buzz is going to be joining us for some other things because we want to branch the channel out some and explore some new content to put onto the channel that isn't going to be as long form as what we normally do with this episode. So thanks, Buzz. Really.
Awesome. Yeah, and I look forward to doing these other little segments. We've got all sorts of things concocted here, and we want to give you guys a reason to come back and see us not just once a week, but multiple times a week here. And you'll get tired of our faces, but we're still going to be there.
We're still there. So thanks to Buzz. It's been awesome, and we are going to be doing other things.
There may even be a time where Buzz fills in for me.
Exactly.
He's our, I'm always busy down there with stuff.
Exactly. And with all the other things that are going on, it's great to have someone like Buzz be able to step up to the plate and do some awesome work with us like he has been doing for the past several months.
And gives some incredible insight into books that you and I don't usually give insight into. RoboCop has gotten love, and
Judge Dredd, Savage Dragon.
Savage Dragon.
X.
That's right.
And the horror narration that we've all become used to.
That was a nice try.
Thanks, I tried.
I wasn't even going to try. It was because mine would come off with, in a world where we're
like my Chewbacca. But guys, that's it for this week. We really appreciate you watching. Thanks for pressing play. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe. Remember, we are Excalibur Comics Cards and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. The Louisiana Comic Con is coming up February 21st. Do not miss it. And as always, you can follow what we're doing, ExcaliburCCG.com, as well as our Twitter and Facebook links, which are down below. Do not be a stranger. Talk to us in the comments down below. We really want to interact with you there. And until next time, be safe, take care, read great comics, and we will see you in our next video.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Me at 6.